everyone, welcome back. It's Angela. How are you guys doing? I hope that everybody's well. I wasn't going to do another video for this journal, but I saw an amazing project by Kat from The.Vintage.Journal. I'm not sure if you've heard of her, but I would love it if you would go over to her YouTube channel, The.Vintage.Journal, and go and have a look at her amazing creation. So I saw this on one of Kat's shorts. Now actually, to be honest, it's the first time I've ever watched a video of that Kat's made, and I was enthralled, so I encourage you to go and have a look. And I've made a version of it myself, so let's share it. I just had to give it a go. Here's the little project in my own sort of style. And I'm going to put it just over there because I needed something for that spot, and I thought this is perfect. And so there we go. All right, so it's the polka dot page right next to this writing page, and I think, yeah, it's on the back of that. All right, and then there's a light pink one in the same spot in the other journal signature. All right, so let me show you what this is about, and we're going to make it, and you're going to be rolling these out. A great one to make with your leftover pages. So I used a full page and I trimmed it down to 11 inches, but I'll get into that in a sec. All right, so this is it. It's like a 3-pocket stack. I've just added my own little decorations here. I've added a little tab on the side, and then you've got a little pocket over there. And you've got a little pocket over there for a writing card. And then at the back, you could put a tag in one of these, but I've run out of the tags now. So that's going to go in the back. Yeah, that's how it looks on the back, but I'm going to stick it on the page. All right. So yeah, really simple to make. I hope that you're going to enjoy following along. So I've used the light green sheet from the background pages for Whisper of Spring, and I am going to do the same with the pink one for the next one. Okay, so let's leave that over there. Now I have trimmed my page to 11 inches in length so that the US page length is the same, so that I'm talking one language here. I didn't want to complicate it, but you could do it with a full length sheet of paper if you're using A4. All right, so I've got a couple of measurements. Kat did use a scoreboard. I'm not a fan. I prefer my ruler and my scoring, my bone folder, so that's what I've done. So right, first thing you want to do, if you've got an A4, cut the length to 11 inches. That's 27.9 centimeters to be precise. Okay, and then the length of your page, it doesn't matter. Okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to use our ruler, and I've done this, so I'm not going to bore you, but what you want to do is what I've done, I've scored 3/4 of an inch from the shorter sides, both sides, 3/4 of an inch. That is in centimeters, 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so you just put your ruler there like that, and you score 3/4 of an inch or 1.5 centimeters there, and the same on that side. All right, I've done that already. Then what I did was I turned it lengthwise, and I have just gone 1/2 inch this side. So 1/2 inch, and the same 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is 1.2 centimeters. All right. And there's only one other thing to measure, and this just depends how deep or shallow you want this gap to be. All right. So we're measuring up there. All right. So I'll tell you what that is. So from one of the sides, it doesn't matter which, you are going just short of 4.5 inches. All right, so 4 and 3/8, I'd say. Okay, that in centimeters is just about 11 centimeters. You don't need to be precise with that. That's just going to give you that depth there. All right, I forgot to tell you, I have used the double-sided page printed from my kit. So if you've got a printed kit from me, you had these double-sided pages, all right, so and single-sided ones, so there you go. Otherwise, just print something on each side. So with all these score lines, I just want you to go and bend them over like that. All right. Gosh, the sun's peeking out today. I had a lovely walk with the dogs this morning. Oh, I said the W word, the ears are up. Yeah, and I see they're working on a improving the walk paths in the public footpaths there. So we had to go around that area, but we enjoyed a different route today, so that was nice. Yeah, some lovely weather this weekend. Managed to get a lot of washing done and all those things that in the UK when the sun shines you wash everything. I don't know if that's like that in the rest of the world. But that's what happens here. Right, we've folded all of those up. It might not be the right way, but I might need to turn it the other way, for example. But so far so good. And then that last score line, which was the 11 centimeters or 4 3/8, let's just get that folded. And it doesn't matter at this point which way it's folding. It's just that I need to be able to see those fold lines. All right. Okay. So the last thing we need to do now is I want to fold this completely in half, corner to corner. All right. So let's turn it this way so I can see it easier. All right. So just hold it there and fold it in half lengthwise, just like that. And do make sure you burnish these. Okay, so that's what we've got now. The two on the side, which are 1/2 inch, the two over here, which are 3/4 of an inch. We've done our 4 3/8 there, and we folded it in the middle. So that's what you have now. Okay, I want to cut a couple of things, so you can use your scissors. You know I like my craft knife. So the first one I want to do, well, I tell you what, let's get the pencil so we can make crosses. So this bottom flap here, and when I say that, I mean from the edge there to the edge there, I want to cut that one out. Okay, we'll put a cross on that. Then this one across the way here, so when I mean there, it's that fold line all the way down. Yeah, I want to cross that. I want to cut that section out. We're going to leave that one. We are going to cut out this one. All right, again from there all the way down, we're going to leave that one there. All right, so you've got and then I think, yeah, it's this one here as well. So from the middle line straight across there. All right, so there, 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 there. Okay, I think it's easier to tell it, show you like that, rather than taking one off at a time and confusing you. Right, so I'm going to do that now. Now, when you cut it, just one tip, make sure where the fold line is. Let me pick this up so you can see the fold line is there. I want you to do it just left of it slightly, okay? So I'm going to go like this, straight to that line, straight off. And then we will just cut that off like that, okay? Hang on to these, okay? Then this side we're going to do here. All right, so take you back to the beginning shape. You can see those are the 4 bits that I cut off. All right, now these 2 flaps at the top and the bottom, I want to just round them. So I'm going to use my 7mm one here, like that. This one I'll have to fold it over so I can get in there. All right, and then the same over here. That flap, top and bottom flaps. You don't have to do this. This is just me I think it's just got a nice finish. But you've heard me say this, you can always just take this edge of the Distress Oxide, draw around it, and it makes a perfect shape. All right. So you've got to make use of what you have. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we've got everything there. Now, last little thing, I just want to taper. Now, these bits that are, the flaps on these sides here are still on here. I want to just taper those edges. Okay. Didn't quite get to the edge there, but there we go. And this one as well. Now, these are going to go at the back, so you don't need to be precise on the angles. All right, so now we have that. So those are tapered. All right, now all the hard work is done. What we want to do now is we want to start closing these up, and I'm not going to use that like that, and getting it all ready. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half like that. Okay, and we are going to just do this little test to make sure it lies flat. If not, just go in and trim the corner at the bottom. I'm going to put some glue, oops, on this bottom flap here. Hold it. Okay. Right, that's the front, so this flap will then go into that. I like to just check it because sometimes you find that it needs a little trimming, and that could mean it needs to be trimmed along this edge. All right, but it's okay. I'm happy with it. So I did have that, the very first one I made with my little template. There we go. All right. Okay. Right, so that's going to be the back. All right, here the opening, that shows you that's the front. That's going to be the back, and that's going to be the front. So when we fold that up like that, that's what we've got. Okay, how cool is that? Well done, Kat. I think this is really clever. Now, I made a template. Here it is. Okay, this is the one I worked out the measurements, because she doesn't give you anything like that there. But I like to have templates for things. So everything I showed you before we glued it together, I've cut out, I was working it out here. This I will keep as a template now. So when I go and make the next piece of paper, I can just draw around here and I can see where the fold lines are and everything. So just an idea. You might want to mass make up to this point. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we've got. Now you can go and take your Distress ink and go like this. All right. I've done something very similar to this before. I think it was in my Purple Passion journal that long ago. So that must be 5-6 years ago. Right. Now what you want to do is just, we're going to glue this down here. But just a thought that I thought I would share with you is, and this is what I did with mine previously. You could perhaps want to add something else, a secret spot, a little pocket or something else in here. Put on the Velcro dots and stick that there, that it comes down. Yeah, it's up to you. But for this purpose today, we are going to do what Kat did and glue this down. All right. So you just want to turn that up, press it down, and then I did take my little clips just to hold it there for a bit. Yeah. And there you've got your little pocket. That's the base of the story. Now, when I said keep these little bits here, I use these to decorate over there. All right, I had to cut one because I hadn't made this yet, but these are great for decorating, so you can use that for that purpose. All right, now I have saved the green one that I cut from the side there, and there we go, and I'm going to use that one on here. All right, now I did wrap it round, which also helps to stick it down in place. I love a strip of paper. I find it such a great decorating feature. So don't throw those away. Right, we're going to stick that down the bottom there. Now remember, I'm going to put a bit of lace on. I put a bit of pink on there. I'm going to go with the green on there like that. So I'm just ascertaining where I want to put that strip. Something like that. I'm not sure if it's straight, but we'll see. Okay, looks a bit skew. as you do. Right, so that's straight. Okay. Right. I'm going to stick on my flowers first. Okay, I live and learn. So I've got these. I'm coming to the end of the flowers, and I want to just get those on there. Just a few announcements. I won't be putting a video out on Friday. It's my birthday this week, and I want to have one day that I don't have to do anything. So that's my gift to myself. I'm having a couple of days really. So that's the first thing I want to just mention. I'm just trying to see where the top of this is, right there. Okay. So yeah, no video on Friday, guys. I do apologize. This journal is at an end, and I won't have time this week to finish it, to show it to you on Friday, because I'm busy with my new kit now, which I want to get ready. So that will be ready for the end of April. And I'm just going to take a couple of days off. So you won't see me on Friday, and I don't think Tuesday, because this journal is pretty much finished. I will do a flip through of the journal as soon as I've got myself sorted with this new thing. Let me just get this like this, right? And okay. And then the other thing is, don't forget, we're coming to the end of April, and I still have my Whispers of Spring mini journal giveaway. So the way you enter that is to buy any of the Whisper of Spring kit, printed or digital or bundle. I've still got some of the mini Whisper of Spring mini journal bundles. It's lace and ribbon. So any of that, all those purchases are going into a draw, and I will draw that after the 30th of April. All right, so please have a look out for that, and don't forget, because there are 2 mini journals, and the last ladies that won them loved them, so I'm hoping that you love them too, and are in the draw to win them. Right, I'm going to have to cut this. So those are my 2 announcements for today. Yeah. If I don't make time for myself to have a break, then I don't. And then it's not good for me. I do need to, because I'm not joking. I work 24/7. This is a very busy scenario. If ever you're wanting to work for yourself, bear that in mind. It's a full-on thing. Right, so the only days I get are minimal. I don't think I've had I haven't had a holiday where I've gone away for 15 years. How's that? 15 years, and that's long before I started with journal making. I've just never got to it, raising kids and all of that, but they're big now. But yeah, and then I started, was working as a teacher. That's a thankless job, honestly. You get me? Right, so we're gonna have that like that, I think. Or should we make it a bit lower? Yeah, I've got the little stick-on to go on. So I've got this little one. I'm just seeing where I want to put that exactly. I'm going to put it on the side. But I've got to put the lace on first. So let's get this on. All right. So we want to get our lace on now. Okie dokie. And then this last little one, which we can just put over here. All right, so we've got all of that done. One little thing to go. I've just taken a tab, folded it in half, added an eyelet and a little bit of ribbon there. I did the pink on the other one, so that's what that's about. And I'm going to just add it here, I think, a little bit higher. Okay, so everything is done here. Now we're going to have the fun part. I've put a little loop of ribbon here so you can see. Stuck it on there, and then you just want to get some glue on the ribbon there just to stick it on that side. I've taken the pink background, this is the green background for the writing card. I've backed them all onto the cream paper, so that's going to go into the middle pocket there. Yeah, a little ribbon there, and then I've got the table with the beautiful roses, and that's going to go into that back pocket. And then we've got this one over here, which is spring is the mischief in me. And that is true, isn't it? And that's going to go in there. Right, and there we have it, ready to go. What did you think of that? Thank you, Kat, for the inspiration. I hope that you guys go and visit her channel. It's called The.Vintage.Journal. And give this a go. I'd love to see your interpretation of it. And don't forget, if you've made something and you want to share it with me, I'm in my Facebook group, which is Fans of Angela Kerr Designs. And we would love to have you. Have a wonderful week, and don't forget, I won't see you Friday, but do remember to, if you haven't already, go and enter the mini journal giveaway, which ends on the 30th of April. And all you have to do is buy one of the Whispers of Spring kits or bundles, digital or printed. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And hype the video. It really helps me and I appreciate it. Stay well. See you soon. Bye-bye.